Did you want the duel?
Oh, I'll take Bretonnia. I'd much rather take Bretonnia.
Yeah, I'm sure you
No,
would, especially with this army. Is this a rule break? Or I guess if it's different variants.
yeah, I think it might be. I think it is.
One second, I'm pulling up the rules right here, chat.
Unfortunately, but I do believe it is.
Yeah, limited to 4. Oh no, they're listed as separate units.
Oh, wait, are they?
Yeah, Field Trebuchet and Blessed
Oh,
Trebuchet.
yeah, they're different. They
They're
are
different
different.
units, so he's good. This is totally kosher, chat.
Yes, this is beautifully
Yeah.
done. This is beautifully done. Excuse me.
Wait, in the old unit, in the old rule book that I have listed up right now, Apache, it has Field Trebuchet and Blessed Trebuchet listed as individual units, both limited to 4. So when we go to the new rules, I'm sure this will be accounted for. But right now, he is completely legal according to the rule book. So we're going to see 6 Trebuchets against the Dwarfs.
Ain't no love for a Dowie. I mean, this is Get your popcorn ready, chat. Get your popcorn ready. This is gonna be a enjoyable one. I think this is gonna be a lot of cinematic shots of just rocks raining down on the dwarfs for about 12 minutes until either they cleave their way through all the trebs, and I think with some good conscious and cautious positioning, I think they could withstand a lot of this firing.
Yeah,
if
I
they
think
approach on one flank and then progress their way through the forest on that flank, we'll see though. They need to keep their composure and
yeah.
the orientation forward so they don't get hit with a mean flank shot from a treb, which could just like delete a unit completely. But anyway, I'm sorry. I will go over this Bretonnian army. We'll start with the infantry, and we have a ton of peasants. Looks like a total of 4 peasants. Backing them up, we have a foot squire on either flank, as well as 3 men-at-arms. Now, right on to the leadership. We have a paladin on a peg, in the air, just naked. Nothing in his kit, just that magical flying horse. He's a damsel of beasts on a horse, with the summon, amber spear, and the power stone, as well as wild heart. But in the air, we have the king, Leon Cud. And yeah, he has a full kit. He's very smart. He has sword crone, lion shield for that missile and magic resist, which is very important in this matchup. And stand your ground. Bow seeker, beloved son of Bretonnia. So we'll see if this activates at some point in this game. And the ladies champion, of course, for the regen. Now, what has the Dowie brought to deal with this rain of rocks?
Well, the GobboSlayer Dowie here is going to have a more traditional army here with a front line consisting of Longbeards who are taking plenty of rocks to the face right now. So it appears to be 4 Longbeards, where they're going to have Longbeards with great weapons, what appears to be 3 of them so far, and make that 5 Longbeards total. Damn. He's going to have some miners with blasting charges, one of them being the ROR. He's going to have Longbeards with great weapons being the Grumbling Guard, and 2 Slayers, one of them being the ROR Dragonback Slayers. He's got a cannon, and then for his leadership, he's also going to have a unit of 2 units of Quarrelers. Aside from that, we are going to see a Rune Lord with Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin, and that is it. Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin going down on top of Lewin Leonker right now, slowing him down, but is it going to be worth it? I don't know, because there's not a lot for the Dowie to basically capitalize on that speed debuff right now. But yeah, right now it looks like the Dwarf player is totally recognizing that he just needs to close the gap and start shutting down these artillery pieces. And honestly, it's a pretty big gamble for Bretonnia right now, because they really have no infantry besides foot squires who will be able to pose a threat to these units. And one of the trebuchets is already routing from the cannon fire.
But that's fine, They can eat all the cannonballs and just let the king do his work. And why do you need infantry or anything when you have the king? And he's going to be very tough for this Dowie force to deal with.
Indeed, and this is one of the funniest battles I've ever seen. Whoever would have thought Mass Trebuchet And as somebody said earlier, hold on, was it Optimus Pine? Yes. It's more like Bretonnia, you know what I mean? I love Jad jokes. Oh god, but look, got some Dowie on the right flank already closing the gap, getting close. And I think Longbeards with great weapons will be able to take on Foot Squires just fine.
Yep, they should do all right in that matchup. We'll see how they do with King Louis supporting them, but look at this, it's mass focus from all these. One thing I should say, these trebuchets, the correct pronunciation is tree bucket. That's the correct pronunciation there.
Ah, yes, tree buckets.
We have a Manticore. Someone in the back looks like it's going right after the cannon.
Looks maybe like it.
It's
on
it had a very strange charge there. It was kind of floating.
Yeah.
But yep, now it's going right after the cannon.
I have to say, with the Dragon Slayers nearby, it's going to be quick work. Yeah.
Perhaps they were just trying to get it off the artillery piece for just some time. And oh wow, look, these Dwarfs have been flanked by all these peasants and foot squires.
Oh man, yes they have indeed. Got some Longbeards coming in to try to support this engagement, but yeah, some good flanks going on there from the Bretonnian player. Yeah, this is a weird fight, and it's going to be tough to keep track, but I mean, I have to say, the Quarrelers very much getting focused out of existence here by all of these overwhelming rocks being thrown at them. Ooh, good hit. But yeah, and another unit of Longbeards getting taken care of by Men-at-Arms and King Lou and Leoncoeur.
Now the Dwarfs are completely spread across the field. And, it's curious though, all the Trebs are still focusing on that one poor Quarreler. Just trying to route and say, hey, we're done. We're trying to run. But yet all these Trebs continue to fire.
Yeah.
But their ammo really needs to go after some of the more elite troops.
Yeah. Coming back over here, going to see Ekron's miners destroying some peasant mob, and yeah, I mean, I like the strategy for Bretonnia. Basically, have your Paladin and Lewin to dive around, support the infantry engagements, and kill off infantry, but yeah, it's definitely a gamble. It's a risky strategy, but here come another round of blasting charges into the Foot Squires, and that's going to be some mean work.
Oh, just devastating. Devastating. Oh, look at that.
Damn. This is... Yeah, I mean, it looks like the Bretonnians with their peasants and foot squires are just doing a ton of work, and now Lewin diving in for a rear charge on the right flank, and the Dwarfs are just getting chipped away right now. I mean, granted, he still has the Dragonback Slayers and the Grumbling Guard in the backline with his cannon, so that should be able to do a lot of help, but balance of power is still dead even.
It does seem as the Dwarves get dwindled down and chipped apart, that Lewin will just be able to clean up the remnants at some point.
Yeah.
But we'll see if there's enough Slayers in the late game with a Runesmith. The Dwarves could ride to victory as they do, have very good leadership, and despite what the balance of power may say, they'll just fight to the end.
Yeah. And I mean, there's still, some very healthy units of infantry for the Dowie on the field of battle, and in particular on their left flank, the Bretonnian right flank, and in the center, the Dowie are definitely winning out, taking care of a lot of those trebuchets, and more importantly, a lot of the infantry that Bretonnia has on the field. But that Dowie right flank, the Bretonnian left, has very much been won by the Bretonnians as far as I'm concerned. I mean, granted, they lost their foot squires in the mix. They're very, very low on health, but they were able to take out 2 Longbeards and a unit of Longbeards with great weapons.
Indeed. And, yeah, look at this. It's a very interesting point in the battle. See the Dowie starting to reform.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the Bretonnian, but still 2 Slayers on the field, 2 units of Slayers, that is, and they're each at about 3/4 health. And second Manticore has been summoned in the back line, but
Yep.
It remains in the air. It needs to get on the cannon, or there we go. It's been microed onto the cannon.
Yeah, we'll see if he can start taking out some of those models on the cannon before the Slayers close the gap and get on top of them. But yeah, it definitely looks like the Dowie has just gotten itself a bit of breathing room. GobboSlayer starting to regroup and stuff, and yeah, there's just a lot of trebuchets that are not online currently.
Indeed, and if he plays it right though, he can run all these trebs away and be very annoying. And as the Dowie refocuses and goes elsewhere, remount the artillery pieces and rain rocks on them. I think that's what he's trying to do here, and it's definitely what he should do. Maybe even, you know, hide way back in the forest here, so yeah, they can't be found.
Yeah.
Then as the battle goes on elsewhere, pop out the forest and yeah, rain rocks the victory.
Got 3 trebuchets over here just running around trying to get back onto their artillery pieces. Oh, but look at this. The Paladin has gotten caught. And if the Rune Lord dives in... Oh, yeah, it looks like he's going to be able to get a nice rear charge. And that Paladin may be stuck in combat here unless he can pull out. But he doesn't have a ton of mass on that Pegasus.
Yeah, it's going to be a big snag. It's an interesting choice. You know, Paladin on a peg. They don't have a ton of mass. And you can do hit and run engagements, but they're very risky. You get caught like this.
Yep.
You get quickly dealt with and, yeah, just torn to pieces by these nuclears.
Yeah. Oh, is he going to get up in the air again or no? Don't let him get out of there, Dowie.
Oh, it doesn't even matter at this point, though, without healing on the field.
Oh, that's a good point. There is no healing on the field,
Yep.
and yeah, he's just going to be pretty useless.
In most cases, yeah, this Paladin could come back with a regrowth and really, you know, come back and bite you.
Yeah, exactly.
But in this case, it's essentially ineffective at this point.
Mm-hmm. And it does look like the Dowie are doing a good job zoning these trebuchets even further and further away from their artillery pieces, so they're going to be relatively harmless as this battle wears on. And the cannon was able to use all of its ammunition, so some good value there.
Indeed, and yeah, we'll see. This artillery crew really needs to run to safety.
Mm-hmm.
But it seems they've been picked off in the process. Yeah, at least one artillery crew died.
Yeah, one died there. We got the damsel diving in to help the other one. It doesn't look like the Dowie are taking the bait, though. Those miners are going to continue chasing that trebuchet.
Yeah, it seems they'll deal with another one here. As King Luen actually, no, King Louis could just fight the Slayers here, basically.
Yeah.
Especially with this infantry support, and, oh, this is perfect, too, because they have an awkward engagement on them. Yeah, and they're smartly running away. They should just chase this Treb off the map.
Oh, God, I never noticed all these bodies just sitting here. Very large bodies at that. Anyways, yeah, Slayers are running. Yeah, those aren't humans. What are they? They're far too big to be humans.
Trolls or something? Ogres?
Maybe?
No, they are. Maybe they're the giants. The old ones.
I
The old
guess.
ones themselves.
Yeah, Lewin doing some nice cycle charging on top of these Slayers, dishing out so much damage. Those Slayers really want to be in a group with all their homies in order to get maximum effect on maybe the first humans. Yeah, baby giants. Something like that.
Yep.
But I don't know. It seems like the trebuchet was a fun thing to watch, but I don't know how effective it's going to be because there's just still so much Dowie infantry. Their leader is completely unscathed.
Still.
Yeah,
Oh, he's remounting the artillery piece, though, and look at this Dowie formation, though. If you can just get one good rock off. Just one rock, one opportunity.
Which trebuchet are you looking at? I'm trying to keep an eye.
The tree bucket directly behind, oh, that amber spear!
Oh!
Oh my goodness. And now with this tree bucket behind Luen, you get a couple good shots. And the other one, further on the left flank is still remounting the crew. And here we go, the Dowie's bunching up. This could be huge.
Yeah, it could be huge. I mean, Lewin, I think, is very aware that he's just trying to be the blob magnet, and he's just doesn't want to take too much damage, and looks like he's pulling out now, but in come the rocks. Are they going to be able to get some nice work done? One miss.
It's a miss.
Oh, the lady's blessing is lost, screams one of the peasants out of pressing. Oh, here comes another rock, and another miss.
Another miss.
There's some
Oh,
good
a couple big
connection.
hits, though. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a big hit. Oh,
And look at that. The Rune Lord is getting decimated by Lewin
Oh, another.
Lianker.
Oh, that Amber Spear was just so late. There was a blob moments ago.
Yeah.
It's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, still there are rocks raining down, though.
Those peasants can't aim for shit. Feeling Lewin's getting pissed off. But look, Terror kicking in on the Rune Lord.
Oh, this is huge. He needs to just chase him off. Well, his artillery crew, oh no. If he stays in combat, that could change the entire game because the Slayers are right there.
Yeah, no, those Slayers are there, giving him a nice little speed debuff. If there's a Master Rune of Wrath and Ruin right now, he could slow down Lewin, and this would be the time to do it.
Yeah, this is a huge moment here, make or break. There's a nice blob if a few rocks come in. Oh, here we go, there's some rocks.
Oh, God, the model kills. It's insane.
Oh, he's going right back. Oh, the Amber Spear. But it kind of hit Lewin.
It hit Lewin, yeah. It didn't hit the Dwarfs. It hit Lewin there.
About to rout.
Friendly fire. Oh!
Lewin's about to rout. And the Rune Lord comes back to save the day as Louis trying to run. But it's like, yeah, he's getting staggered. He's getting held in place. I think that's game. But a couple more rocks are going to come in with the cinematics.
Oh, but there it is.
Yeah.
Game over.
Wow. What a game.
What a game indeed. So, GobboSlayer taking the first and the second best of 3 between the two of them. And, yeah. Got to give them style
like
points.
This. Yeah. Big style points. I think this can work too, but something that you kind of need at least a couple of are archers.
Yeah.
And not so much to deal with the range unit. Well, the range threat from the Dwarfs, but to just pepper Slayers. You know, just a couple archers to shoot a Slayer. If you know, you can kill a couple Slayers with them, or at least weaken them so you can deal with them with Louis. Because those few Slayers on the field, those Dragonbacks really won the game. And the Grumbling Guard running with them was a very strong combo in the late game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just too much to deal with. Even with those glorious rocks at the end.
Well, and I really liked that GobboSlayer never abandoned his cannon. His cannon was able to take quite a few of the artillery pieces offline, just destroying the models. And, you know, both of those Manticore summons were wasted trying to take care of the cannon, but the Dragonback Slayers and the Grumbling Guard were just always there to shut down that summon. And, yeah, very good patient decision, I think, from GobboSlayer there, recognizing the value of his single artillery piece, even though he was completely outgunned.